Hello and welcome back. Today I'm painting a snowy landscape with a peaceful little cottage nestled in. I'll be keeping a fair amount of the blank paper for the clean snow, so the scene stays nice and open, making for a laid-back watercolour session. Let's start things off with a light wash of ultramarine. I'll use that as a base wash for both the sky and the snowy ground. Barely a whisper of that. And I'll dab a bit of Payne's grey in there, marry the two together. Now let's invite in some violet, make things a little bit more vibrant, and those washes seem to be playing nicely together. We'll strengthen the concentration of ultramarine, start creating shapes for the trees and begin layering in the snow. I want to create both wet, diffused areas of colour and also some drier, more broken paint marks for texture. Sweep in a few branches. Now let's brush in Payne's grey, a very relaxed, neutral colour to start forming shadows. I'm going to see what happens when I introduce cyan into the mix. This is one of my favourite colours in the Schmink set I'm using today. I think it's just lovely. It breathes life into the scene. I'll fill in this open space over the cottage, make it feel like it's connected to its surroundings. We'll paint in a horizon too, keeping it soft. Just a suggestion of a landscape beyond, almost like it's disappearing into the cold air. ultramarine for the fence posts running along the embankment. A teeny bit too much bloom going on there. Maybe I'll pop back later when it's had a chance to dry down. Time to use some indigo. I'll use this colour to define more distinct objects, and I'll just dab it around to add a bit more weight throughout. Sweeping it in for the foliage and trees. Firm up the cottage. Let's head back to the fence posts. Those can run all the way up past the cottage. Give it a boundary. Maybe there's a garden back there. Out here in the countryside they likely have chickens, although it's a cold, snowy day, so they'll be comfy and cosy in their coop. That saves me having to paint them in. Time to resolve this rickety fence. Strengthen a few lines and anchor it into the snow. And I want to splash a bit more cyan into this tree. Breathe a little bit more life into it. A tad of ultramarine in there too for depth. And a spot of violet. I think I'll deepen the concentration of cyan and firm up the snowy embankment. Allow a bit more saturation into the foreground. Let's add more body to the foliage, trunks and branches. Make that a blend of all the colours on the palette. And we'll get more violet into the scene as well. Brush that into various locations for a bit more tone. Now let's use a pen to define all of the little details, tighten everything up. Just a few finishing touches now. Let's bed these posts in, give them a bit more of a ground shadow. And add some lovely deep indigo into the thicket of trees to really root them in. And I think I'll leave it there. a quiet, snowy landscape with a peaceful little cottage. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.